All right, so here is the house that we purchased. So this house needs a lot of work to it. The old man that lived here unfortunately got dementia, and they had to put him in a nursing home, and so that's actually why we got the property. But because they had to sell the property, but it had been sitting for 9 months before we put an offer on it, so it's been about a year with no one living in it and taking care of it. Before that, since he had dementia, he had pets and things, and his wife died a couple years before that, and the house just had been left in disrepair. A lot of weathering. We did take the shutters off. They were falling off of the house, but we did clean those off. Got to get the pressure washer up there and clean the things, and then we can put new ones on that we have. We're going to keep this little ramp porch here. It's easy for moving in, even though it does have some rotten spots on it. I'll explain why we have this pipe laying out here, but long story short, the gutters pour water against the foundation, but so we're trying to get it to be pulled away as much as we can temporarily. We did remove a bush there that was overgrown. Same on this side. There was a massive box bush over here that we chopped out, and same issue on that side. We're just trying to get water to run away from the house. We're eventually going to have to come up with a better solution for it than just these little plastic things. But one of the things we're going to do is, at least on this side, probably put a rain catchment system over here so that we can use some of the water instead of it running into the basement. But the roof is not that old. They originally told us that it was the original roof, but it doesn't look like it is. They couldn't tell us exactly when. It does have a couple of issues, like just some sealing on the gutters coming off. There's a small leak in one of the vent pipes up on the roof, but other than that, and there's one tab over here that the inspector found that's missing. Other than that, it's in pretty good shape. No leaks. Everything looked pretty good. And generally, the aluminum siding looks fairly good. I have to ignore the stuff that's behind here, but really not in horrible shape. Just needs to be washed and cleaned at minimum, maybe even painted. All of the other surfaces need to be painted as well. Just scraped off and painted. We do, when we replace this roof, want to do a metal roof if money permits, and because that's a better long-term solution for us. So something that we're looking forward to. All of these doors need to be replaced. The screen is just rotted off of them. On the other door, this hydraulic thing is broken, so can't use that. You'll have to pardon the mess, and I'll show you inside. So this is the living room, which we are currently sleeping in. We have a bed in here. Let me turn the light on so it's not so dark. But it's just standard living room. All the windows are going to need to be replaced. They've got some of the paint and coating on the outside coming off, and they're just old windows. So we're going to rip these out and put double hung newer windows in here. We got our temporary curtain there. I got my bug zapper, which has come in handy a lot. Testing out some paint colors. So one of the things about this house too that you'll notice more in the kitchen is that he was a smoker. So one of the big problems we have is that these old roofs or old ceilings have a lot of nicotine stains on them. The walls do as well. It doesn't come across very much on the camera, but it is pretty well stained. Although this is not the horrible room. The bad room is in the kitchen. And you can kind of see how dark it is, especially around this light here. You can see we put this new light up here. We're going to have to take it down to put overboarding on this ceiling, which we can go into later. All these cabinets, we took all the doors off. This is all going to be ripped out. The cabinets have a lot of damage. There's my AR I was shooting earlier. Cabinets have a lot of damage from cats and animals, so they're all going to go. We got a little mini fridge in here. Again, it's a big mess, but this is a demolition phase for us. Again, more windows in the back that kind of overlook the backyard, and then this side door here that goes out to the wheelhouse and the side yard with the sidewalk. It's got a nice little pantry over there. Nothing too large. Our house right now has a really large pantry, two pantries in it, so going to be a little bit of downsizing there. So this is where it gets fun. I'm not going to turn it sideways. This is actually to go down to the basement, which we'll go down to in a minute. So I've ripped off a lot of the doors here. The actual door frames were not actually even secured into the studs on the side. They were only held in by the fascia. So when I ripped the fascia off, the door frames just came right out. They just fell out. But we're going to replace all the doors, in each one of the rooms. This is trash room number 1 right now, which is bedroom number 1. But we've stored boxes and things like that in here until we can take it all to the dump. But you know, it's just a normal size room. I can't remember exactly. I want to say it's 12 by 12. Just a little bedroom. A much cleaner ceiling in here than in the other rooms. In this room, there is a bathroom. This is the main bathroom. It's just outdated, and there's some damage on the floor over here, some water damage that has gone all the way down through the subfloor, so we're going to have to rip all of this out and replace it, toilet, everything. So that's going to be a fun job. We've never really done that before, so we're going to figure it out as we go. That's kind of part of this whole journey, is to learn how to do these things. And we watch a lot of YouTube videos, and so that should be enough, right? Oh, okay. All right, back here, bedroom number 2, also trash bin. This is we're putting all the stuff we ripped out from the flooring in the master bedroom, which you'll see in just a minute. We're going to have to rip the flooring out here. So this subfloor here is 3/4 inch MDF or something like that. But there's a lot of cat stains and urine stains and pet stains. You can't really see a whole lot over here because it's all covered up by this. But so we have to rip that up, and then there's 1/2 inch plywood as the subfloor underneath that underlayment. So if there's any damage there, we're ripping it up. All the air returns, we're just replacing those. Some of those are super rusty and nasty. We're probably going to actually replace some of the vents in the basement as well, just because it's fairly simple to do. This ceiling really is a pain. So they did all these textured ceilings. I think, I can't remember what they call it. It's like art something. I can't remember. But they have this on all the ceilings. The problem is that if you wanted to repaint it, it makes it really difficult to do that. Also, theoretically, some of this, depending on when it was painted, might have asbestos in it, which is also a really fun time. So what they say to do is really just overboard it, or skim coat it with some sort of plaster. See them in this room. So this is the master bedroom. It's not super large, but big enough for us. You can see where we've cut the floor. You can see where the stains were. This is actually not a horrible spot. Over here was really bad. So we ripped all of that out because it had, a pretty bad cat urine smell. And it still does sometimes, although it has cleared out a lot since we removed some of this. All the way into the closet. We're going to have to cut it up to where it goes underneath the walls here. But this is the 1/2 inch plywood. That's the actual subfloor. So there's a couple of spots over here behind this door where it has, you can see it's gotten through into the subfloor. So we're going to have to replace that. Just a little room. And then this has a little bit of a bend to it. We may or may not worry so much about it, but we're just trying to replace what we can. And then this is a small bathroom that is in the master bedroom. So it's just got a shower, toilet, sink, mess. It's a mess. Wife's been working overtime trying to get some of this wallpaper off, and it's just a mess. We did actually in this room, you probably can't tell, we did one coat of primer sealer, one really light coat. It was pretty. It was basically, you can see the difference between that and the ceiling. It was the same color. And then here is a window that goes out into the yard. So pretty nice view. Little closet in here. May want to expand that window. I'm not really sure. But so that is generally the inside of the house and the upstairs. And next I'll take you downstairs and we'll look through that.